Hi guys, how are you? Hey everybody, how are you today?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Perry, you're back to your Vegas background. I like that.
Yeah, I forgot to change it from last
Did
night.
you? I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, not a lot going on today, but we got a couple stories I wanted to share with you guys. First, I want to talk about how Steve Harvey's family is divided. It's just a mess. When you start not speaking to each other, it's a mess, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. So we're going to talk about Steve Harvey and Lori Harvey, and then we're going to talk about Jay Print trying to address the rumors of how his son wasn't insincere with the way that he walked past Takeoff's body. He should have just left well enough alone. Like nobody was talking about it anymore. And here he comes bringing it up. And then we're going to talk about Tory Lanez mugshot going viral. Child, I can't do another Tory Lanez story. I can't, people. I can't. But before we get into all of that, yeah, let's put in the chat where you're from and what the weather is. What are we doing in Vegas?
It's
not so cold today.
57. No, that's 57.
It's a hot day. I should pull out the bathing suit.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. It's not that cold. Akron, she's always the first one to throw it in. I love it. Hi, Teresa. I'm starting to remember her face. Jamaica's in the house. Hey, Jamaica. That's a long one.
Probably nice over there.
We've never been to Jamaica.
I don't know. We don't have time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Look at this. 78 degrees in
That's unbelievable.
it's unbelievable. It's
That's damn summer
unbelievable.
weather.
I wonder, do they ever have a winter? Dallas, 56.
Obviously
That's
not.
cold.
It's January and it's damn near 80 degrees. I doubt it.
Someone else said it's going fast. 37 degrees. Ooh, St. Louis gets that cold? I didn't know St. Louis got that cold. I mean, it's kind of like Detroit. It really is. 46 degrees in Little Rock, 51 in New York. That's not bad. 49 in Yonkers, 80 in Killeen. Killeen gets hot.
Damn, yeah.
Killeen is the heat.
You ain't never lied. I stayed one summer there.
In
Like,
Killeen?
it's worse than Vegas. Seriously.
No, it's not. You think it is?
No. It's hotter than Vegas, no casinos. That shit is hot.
All right, I'm gonna start early. You a mess, Perry. 49 in Denver. I always wanted to live in Denver. Am I echo again? Shout out to Nina. All right, let's get started with these stories.
Yep.
Before I get into any stories, I just wanted to make an announcement that Sherry Shepherd and Jennifer Hudson have both gotten their shows renewed. Sherry Shepherd is going to be renewed for 2 years, and Jennifer Hudson is renewed for another season, which will be season 2. I'm shocked. Well, I'm happy, first of all,
That's
because
good.
to see them succeeding, because people were not giving Sherry a chance, but maybe they're realizing now she's not Sherry. I mean,
She's not
people
windy.
wanted her to be Wendy. Yeah,
Right.
I talk so fast sometimes, and I keep hearing an echo. Do you hear echo?
No, I don't. But I think when you be hearing it, maybe your speakers are too loud.
Yeah, let me go take it down. Did you ever watch the Sherry Shepherd show, Perry?
Oh, I just seen it a couple times, but like really, to be honest with you, like those daytime shows, I'm not really into. Whether it was Wendy or whoever the hell it was.
You're
Keep it
not
real.
really into.
No, I'm
I
not.
have sucked you into the dark world. I make
Yeah.
you watch Housewives now, all of it.
Matter of fact, sometimes I just feel like just throwing the TVs out the
But
house.
I watch a lot of TV, and I think the Sherry Shepherd show is good. She's being Sherry, but I really am impressed with Jennifer Hudson. What can she not do? She's got an Emmy, she's got an Oscar, she's got a Tony, she's got
Mhm.
everything. But I really enjoy Jennifer's show, and she's not gossiping about people at all. But it's just something about it that I really like.
Damn.
So I forgot to
What,
come on.
what did she
Anyway,
do then? She's not gossiping. That's all it is.
I don't know what the charm is to her show. She does not gossip. She
Huh.
talks a little bit about her life and no gossip though. And I
Hmm.
don't know, I just like it. I wish she would get on there and sing every episode like Kelly Clarkson. That's why I watch Kelly Clarkson's show at night. It comes on really late at night. It might be a rerun, and I
Uh-huh.
wake up in the middle of the night, but I always watch it because she sings every show. She sings, and I
Oh,
was hoping
really?
that Jennifer Hudson could do the same thing because Jennifer Hudson can sing. Do you remember when she was on American Idol?
You're looking for a free concert.
Yeah.
I mean, really. You get to pay for it, Sharrell. You get to pay for
Look, people are being messy. Is that you, Sin? Jennifer can't dress. Y'all are messy. But anyway, congratulations to both Sherry Shepherd and Jennifer Hudson. We are proud of you guys. May it turn into a long run. I have the feeling that Sherry Shepherd's show will run really, really long. So anyway, let's move on. I want to start out with this Steve Harvey story because it's just,
a shame.
well,
It's a shame,
uh,
Sharrell.
it's a, it's a shame. It's a mess. Let me put this up here first. Okay. What did so you guys remember I did a story, I can't even remember, a while back, a couple weeks ago, about Steve Harvey's family kind of falling apart. A lot of family turmoil going on. And what's going on is by his children, by other women, not Marjorie's children, his children feel that Steve gives more attention to Marjorie's children, which happens to be there's a son and especially what's it, Lori Harvey, okay? And it's been going on for a while. Ooh, you can't even read the title. How do I get rid of that? Anyway, it's been going on for a minute now. They said that some of the kids they just don't like Lori, and it's just a lot of squabbling going on, a lot of arguments going on. You know how it is when you don't like somebody, a lot of rolling of the eyes
Right,
and stuff like
right.
that. Okay, so in the middle of all of this, Marjorie decides that she feels that Lori's reputation has been kind of scarred by this by dating Michael B. Jordan, him breaking up with her and then going back to his ex-girlfriend. She thought it wasn't a good look for Lori. Now, come on now. This is going a little too far. Why are you in my business? That's what I would feel. But anyway,
Hmm.
so they devised this plan to better her reputation. So they go on the interview circuit. Okay. Steve Harvey this morning went on Hoda. Let me see if I can find that. Raving about what a great daughter. Here it is. No, I'm not making this up. Let me put it
Yeah.
up here so people
I
will
hear you.
not they think I'm making this up because it sounds ridiculous. That's why you're saying that. Doesn't it sound ridiculous?
Yeah. It,
He
it
goes on,
happens.
huh?
It happens, though, sadly to say.
What is he doing? So he goes on Hoda this morning and saying she's a great daughter and she's doing so good. And life, she's been doing great since the split with Michael B. Jordan. And then he does this People magazine right here. And then Lori Harvey goes on E! Entertainment and a couple of other outlets. And they're all trying to just stress what a great person she is and basically doing some damage control. But here's the
Hmm.
problem I have with that. She's on the cover of Essence magazine talking about it, how great
Hmm.
her life is and how people just throw rumors on her that she doesn't deserve. Now, the
Right.
problem I'm having with this is why do we care? What do you do? You're not an actor. You're not a model. You're not. Well, why are you giving these interviews? You're known for who you date. It is what
Right.
it is. Don't get mad at me.
That's a job, too, I guess.
Perry, don't you start with this like,
I
what?
guess it's a career. I mean, if she's interviewing, no movies,
She's on these interviews.
no
On
job. It's just
Yeah,
the only
no, she
reason they're
didn't even have a
interviewing you.
job.
They interview you because you was in somebody else's house, if you know what I mean.
I'm not understanding what's going on here. Why do we deserve to be ambushed by these interviews
Right,
in
right.
which you're saying what a great person you are and how people lie on you? I don't get it. I mean, someone in the chat said she's a model. Not that big of a model to be doing all of this. No, It's not like she's
Not
Gigi
a one
Hadid.
walkway, nothing. We ain't seen none of that shit.
I mean, I just don't understand it. And what's the big deal, Marjorie? But anyway, the timing is off. Have you not forgotten that the situation at home is getting worse? The children now, his bio, I'm gonna call them the bio kids, allegedly are not speaking to Lori and barely talking to Steve.
I mean, I don't know for a fact, but she probably treat them like shit. You know, when people get the golden child syndrome,
Yes, she has golden child syndrome. She does.
then it's a wrap.
I
But
mean,
you know,
I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, so it's making everything at home worse because he's steady putting energy and time into Lori. I wouldn't do a single interview. No child in my house would get a single cover. None of it till
he
we make
doing
sure everybody feels validated.
yeah, he had to
But
doing
okay,
info commercials and shit. You know, Lori haven't missed a beat since the separation from Michael B. Jordan.
it's so
And
ridiculous.
she
So
haven't missed a stride and she's excelling in life. And what's she
Terry,
doing,
it's
Steve?
that bad. It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous. But I guess in one of these interviews, in the effort to make her reputation better,
Uh-huh.
let's see what I did with that. She made a boo-boo. Well, I don't know what you call it. I call it a boo-boo. Hold on, let me see if I should have preloaded these. She's on, I can't remember what show she's on. E Entertainment with Adrian Bylon from The Real. She goes on the show and she's talking about how great her life is and whatnot, and how people spread rumors about her. And Adrian says, "What false rumors have they said about you?" And she says, "They go around saying that I dated a dad and his son." Now we all know who she's talking about. She's talking about dating P. Diddy and his son Kristen. Sorry, I'm thinking of Tristan Thompson. Oh my God, of Kristen. Let me play a little snippet of that.
Now, your dad is Steve Harvey, and I feel like he's a guru of relationships. We see him be an incredible husband to your mom. And obviously he had the book, Think Like a Man. Like, I feel like everybody wants to know, what is the one piece of advice he's given you that really has stuck?
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me.
Yeah. And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from a situation if it's like no longer serving me.
I even feel like a lot of people could have speculated so many things in your past relationships, and you've always been so classy and very mum's the word. You're like, I'm not going to be out here saying a whole lot, but if it does not serve me, I'm moving on. I got that. Now, so many things get written about you in the press, but I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before.
No.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, mental health is real.
What did you just say?
No, it's a real thing. If you can't remember what the hell you did because you stay so quiet. You stay so quiet. You stay so quiet.
Well, first of all, girl, if you're okay, so I'm the prize. He's telling me I'm the prize.
The golden child.
There's so
I'm
many
telling you.
rumors out there that, listen, we have seen you gallivanting all over town with P. Diddy. Stop the lies, okay? Just stop the lies. It's too much evidence out there, okay? Remember, let's dress like twins. Let's be like twins, okay? You're walking around in Italy. They're in Italy. You're in Italy, okay? Here's a picture of you dressed like twins. Let's dress like twins with Kristen. Okay?
Damn.
Too many
Is that
people.
her?
There's too many people at that damn
Was she
party
leaning
for
on
you
his
to
shoulder?
deny that you dated Kristen. It's just too many people.
On his shoulder or no?
Excuse me?
Look like she's leaning on his. Well, no. Is that the girl in the back? Which one you talking about?
Look-
On that picture.
Oh, okay. I'll go back to it in a second. Here's another one where you all hugged up with Puffy. Come on. Stop.
He just had to tell her
Stop.
something. He had to whisper something to her, according to her.
I just don't understand it. Why? What's the purpose of all this? And the timing. The timing. You know they're not speaking to you at home. Something like this can really put like what is it? Gasoline on a fire.
Right.
What's going on? The tension at home. Shouldn't you be worried about mending things with your siblings instead of worried about your reputation to a career I don't even know you have? Someone in the chat said you're a model. Okay, fine. Whatever. You're not that big of a model. You're not. I don't get Steve not really taking this seriously. If my children were not speaking to me, I sit us down in the room and we figure this out. If they say you're spending too much time with Lori and they're adult children,
Mhm.
they're grown. So it's not a figment of their imagination. Perry, what is Steve doing? What is Steve
Look,
doing?
I just tell you this. Look, let me start with what he's not doing. He's not here running a circuit talking about how much he loves his other kids.
Oh, he did not mention
That's
that.
what he's not doing.
Oh, hell no.
But you running your ass around here. And look, trust me. Think Like a Man, the book he wrote.
Yeah.
Let me just jump in that circle for a second. I think he's trying to impress the cooch and do whatever necessary to keep her ass around. That's his lady's favorite prize.
Daughter.
Is the daughter, right? The
Mhm,
prize,
mhm,
right? And he
mhm.
gonna do everything to keep that healthy so that girl can keep coming home to him. I mean, so the mama.
So we're ignoring how everybody else feels. The bottom line is let's make Marjorie happy. And if I make her happy, I gotta cater to this brat.
Well, pretty much. It's almost like he held hostage.
I just
No,
don't
what is that?
understand it. And Steve Harvey gives the best advice. Have you ever seen him on his talk show, on his radio show? He gives really good advice, but you can't take the really good advice.
Yeah.
This is building up resentment at home.
That means when people can give good advice and don't follow it, they know they messing up. They know the right thing. They just too weak to correct it.
Mm. And why must we try to make people realize that Lori's a good girl? What is Marjorie doing? Who cares?
Steve, they got my daughter looking like a slut out there in the streets. We need to do something about this. All right, Marjorie, I'm on it. I'm gonna go to ABC, CNN, MSNBC.
That's how it happened. That's how she mentioned it to Steve, and you better take care of this. But for her, why is it so important that your daughter appears?
Okay, I think every parent loves their kid, and
I
I
love
think
my kid.
she loves hers way more than she loves Steve. I'm just saying, so that's her prize, right?
Yeah,
And
but some things you can't control, and that's what other people think of you. Sorry, go ahead.
right. And a lot of parents try to erase their own kids' mistakes, their own freakiness, the shit they do. So you try to clean the shit up. Now you grew up some, Lori, and now let's forget about the past. We're gonna go out there and redirect this and make it seem like you some kind of saint.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
That's what she said. I'm so quiet.
You don't
I
open your
never
legs
stand
out to
up
the
for
wind,
myself.
shit like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, your daughter reputation is your daughter reputation. And it's not nothing that Perry or Sharrell is just throwing out there. It's something she created for herself.
Yeah.
But now, as parents, they want to go out there and try to, I know people might think my child's a hoe, but no, she really ain't.
Yeah, that's
Really ain't.
yeah.
I mean, because she was singing in the 3rd grade, she was modeling in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And I know she may have had a mishap with with the father and son, but let's overlook that. Let's overlook this whole fucking thing and act like it never happened. And
It was the biggest news in town. How could you say you didn't date the father and the son? It was the biggest news in town.
Mhm.
There's pictures. What are you doing? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what happened with Steve Harvey. Now they're already not talking to him, so I don't know how worse it can get. But I will say this: he's damn sure not making any effort to fix the problem, and this could go on for a long time. But you got to be careful, Steve. If you decide to not respect or cherish the relationship you have with your other kids, don't expect when you're ready for them to come around. Okay, here it is. 10 years later, Marjorie has left you because she didn't groom Lori.
Right.
Lori's good. Got some billionaire she married to, and Marjorie on to the next. Don't come knocking on your children's door because they're going to be like, where were you when we needed mental support?
And see, that's the thing. In my opinion, Marjorie, only person she worrying about is her kid.
Yeah.
And it forces Steve to take a side. Steve probably get in trouble for calling his other kids or trying to sneak and call them.
Yeah.
You know, you with me now, Steve. You better get your ass in here.
Yeah.
And be attentive to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
The hell with them other losers. I'm saying people can have this attitude. And it's a sad thing when a father lets this shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if you can't, I'm not saying you got to stay married to the rest of them, but it's how you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you handle it. Your kids are your kids.
What about people who say, well, the kids are grown? So
well, you know what though? It doesn't
like,
matter.
what does that mean? They're grown. They don't need love anymore.
Right.
You can't feel a certain type of way. Like, what does that mean?
My answer to this: if the kids are grown, you grown too, and you should act like it.
Grow the fuck up.
Oh my God, Perry, that was true. Very true.
Yes.
No grown adult treats their children like that or their family. No, how can you live in a house with a family divided? It's just a hot ass mess, and it's not gonna serve you well. You know, I always try, if I can, to keep my family together and everybody on the same page, and everybody feels, love. This is a mess.
It's important.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to another mess. Let's move on to Jay Prince. Okay, so we all seen the videos. I didn't even download it again because we've seen it so many times of Jay Prince Jr. kind of just yelling at somebody. Don't forget that part. And walking past Takeoff as he's laying there on the ground. We all know what happened to Takeoff. He lost his life, and it was just a horrible thing. And we all heard the rumors that Jay Prince Jr. and that family had something to do with it. As a matter of fact, there was rumors out there that they didn't want him to show up to the family, to show up to the memorial.
Right.
It was just a big deal. And then Jay Prince Sr. supposedly did his own memorial in front of the bowling alley, but it was just a mess. Finally, we get past it. They've arrested someone in the case. That's a mess. I don't even know if I'm going to cover that or not. But anyway, we kind of just stop talking about the Prince family being associated to Takeoff. So it's no longer being talked about. Why do they keep bringing it up? So here he is doing an interview. I cannot read. Here he is doing an interview with Irv Gotti, in which Irv brings it up. I would have said don't comment, but he tries to clean up what happened. Take a listen to this.
Ask you about with I believe it was Junior. They said he walked by. What is that all about?
One of the biggest lies that was told, he walked by, Takeoff body as if he was heartless and didn't care. In reality, Junior, my cousin Michael Prince, that's here with,
shout out Mike.
You know what I mean? They was there with Takeoff from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Even when they walked by, the walk by part, it took 3 seconds of an hour in some situation. When Mike and Junior was walking by, he actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up under Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in it.
Now, I'm not going to say he's lying, but I will say we didn't see that footage.
Right.
Why does he keep talking about this, Perry? I feel like he's guilty.
Well, you know what? And I'm not going to say we're guilty of actually doing something, but guilty or not, just an opinion, or not being there, he can state and say, well, you know, he was there from the beginning to the end. The beginning, it wasn't an issue. At the end is where somebody needed your ass
Mm,
to be there. Okay.
mm,
That's when somebody needed it. I don't know if it's true about him putting his hand under the head. At
mhm,
least if that's the case, I would say, hey, at least he, you know, stopped. But the footage just showed him walking past as if he didn't give a damn. But I think a
mhm.
lot of parents want to come after the fact. I know y'all seen this, but that's not my child. You get to know him from birth. You know,
Yeah,
he got a
yeah,
genuine heart. We
yeah.
talking about this damn incident. We ain't give a fuck about no elementary
Oof!
school, all this shit, right?
Yeah, yeah,
We just saying,
yeah.
hey, at this point, did he walk past as if that body laying there didn't mean a damn thing?
Mm.
That's it.
Ooh, Perry, you are so right on about that situation. It's like he's playing cover up,
Mhm.
and he's trying to convince the public that they didn't see what they seen.
Right.
And my boys ain't that bad. They get a bad rap. No, no, we seen what we seen.
This what happens, Sharrell, I think, right? I think most parents, and hell, maybe sometimes we could be guilty. I'm not sure of it, right? But I'm sure it's a gene that most parents have. Just like Steve Harvey, just like the Prince father,
Harvey.
whatever, they want people to see their kids as they see them.
Mhm.
And that's how Steve see this little golden child. That's how he see his son. And he's trying to clean up what's reality of what the kids actually did or not.
No, all parents don't do that, Perry.
Well, I know.
And
I'm just saying.
if you do that to your children, they have to be responsible for their own mistakes,
But no,
or
no, I
they'll
get it.
keep.
I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, I'm
Mhm.
just saying. I think most people.
But that's what them two parents are doing,
Right.
Marjorie, Steve, and Jay Prince. Like,
Mhm.
please stop. And just
Yeah.
because you said so, don't make it true. And we're
Right.
going to think what we want to think anyway. That's one thing you can't control. That's the narrative you can't control. You
Right.
can't control what people think about you.
Mm-mm.
So it's a mess. It's a hot mess. Let's move on. Did you want to say anything else
No,
about
no, no.
that?
You good?
Let's move on to our final story. Child. So they released a picture of Tori. What did I do with Tori's picture? Child, I can't. What did I do with it? They released a picture of Tory Lanez mugshot. This is so ridiculous. And the damn picture went viral. Let me just put this up. I can't find the picture. It went viral. And it went viral because he's smiling in the damn picture like you just didn't get convicted, found guilty.
Yeah.
Here's the picture. He's in the pink suit and he's smiling from ear to ear. But here's the thing. It's making a lot of people upset because not just this, throughout the whole trial, he showed no signs of being what's the word I'm looking for?
Remorseful.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, I don't know what he's trying to do, because at some point, maybe the judge would have even went a little lighter on you if you just acted like you gave a damn. But
Well,
this
yeah.
tough guy image,
Right.
I don't understand it.
And that's
I
exactly
really
what it is. Like, I mean, you can buy into a theme that you want to portray yourself as being. And the gangster stuff,
don't.
yeah, no, don't get it wrong. There's some straight up gangsters out there that's really gangster.
Uh-huh.
And you got some who just buy in and want to play the part. So at this point, he's still trying to smile and act tough. But if you were so tough, you were just going to serve those years. You wouldn't be trying to appeal a damn thing and get this new attorney to get your ass off. He's afraid inside, but they still try to be street tough
Yeah.
on the
Uh-huh.
sense, you know.
Here's an example of some of the things people were saying on Twitter, excuse me. Why Tory smiling in his mugshot? I mean, it just went on and on and on. But I get it. And it's almost a sign of disrespect. For me, it is.
It's almost like a spoiled child that always had their way or got in plenty of trouble, but always found found their way out of it. So they feel privileged and entitled.
And he keeps making it worse for himself. He's being smug. Like you said, you made an album about how innocent you were. If
Right.
he would have just shut up, people might think different. But all of this, I didn't do it. I have nothing, my life hasn't changed. I'm all right. It's a mess.
Either shut up or spoke up in court. He had the opportunity.
Ooh,
The
Perry's
whole
on
thing
a
is this.
roll
No, I'm just
today.
saying the whole thing is this. Like, And I was like, well, hell, with the justice system, I just assumed he would walk, right?
Yeah.
But seeing the evidence and all that, and people say, oh, well, like we did something, I think yesterday or something. Oh, well, this person could have did this, and you don't understand what it's like being mad. He could have took responsibility, right or wrong, instead of hiding from it, act like it didn't exist. That's where he went wrong.
What do you think would have happened, Perry, if he would have came out and said it was an accident? I was shooting in the air, and it was just an accident.
I think the prison sentence been a whole lot lighter. I mean, everything could have probably been changed. Shit happens.
Oh. I wanted to mention that too. That blogger Tamara Tattles passed away a couple days ago. It's really sad. She was always really, really nice to me, and always shouted me out. She was just really nice to me. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all we got today. Just those couple things. Let's pull a couple questions. Here go Queen. Here, she's gonna tear you up. Here go Queen. Queen.
Look, ain't effing with Queen today.
I come in peace. I come in peace. I come in peace. I come to speak on the great dad, Steve Harvey. You know, her mother got it going on. She's gorgeous, looking like Sharrell. Hey, you got you a good one there.
No, Queen. What about his biological children feeling this way? Shouldn't his actions be different?
They jealous. They grown. They old. They got to get over it. They should have been making good investments. Come on, stop hating on the pretty girls.
You said though, you know you ain't right.
Now, Sharrell, you know you went through your life being hated on. But girl, I want to talk about Mia being broke. I ain't gonna switch your subject though. But you gotta come back with us in the morning about Mia being broke, girl.
Okay. Hey, Nina.
Hey y'all. Hey.
What's up?
Hey Perry, you on the road as always.
How you feeling?
You know, I feel like I got a cold times 30. That's you know, I haven't really been down for the count. It's just my head feel like I'm just like boom.
COVID
I'm
ain't
recovering
no
from COVID for y'all that don't know.
And that's that Colorado weather too. It's not helping.
Yeah, it's that elevation too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was told to get some Sudafed. But I'm okay. Thank God I ain't lost my taste buds. You know.
What are your thoughts, Nina, on a Queen up here talking about Steve Harvey's a good dad?
Well, look, Steve Harvey ain't hitting no 2 damn pennies. Listen, but this is what I want to say. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about this on your show, Sharrell. She did the best thing she could have did. She got that fool, and I said it, that fool to adopt all her damn kids and change their name. Now, you got to give her what she got. But Lori Harvey,
did you just call Steve Harvey a fool?
A damn fool. And whoever bought his book, Act Like a Man, Think Like a Woman, was stupid too. Because ain't no way, nothing I can do to act like a man and think like a woman. I can't act like no man. I can't. You know, but she got that fool to change all her kids' name. But you know what? This is what I feel like. Now, this is just my prediction. Little old Nina from Colorado. Well, I ain't from Colorado, but I'm here. But he get ready to get his. He get ready to get all his that he done done to all them other women that he married, he divorced, and he stole their life. Mm-hmm. He stole their life from up under their feet. That's what he did.
You talk about Mary Harvey.
I'm talking about both his. I'm talking about both his wives before her. You know, Marjorie number 3.
No, 3?
Yeah, he been back. This is Marjorie's number 3.
I thought she was number 2.
No,
Steve Harvey, what is wrong with him?
Everything. And when he talked, you know, his second wife, Quentin's mama, she said he talked about he was homeless and lived in his car. She said he ain't never lived in his damn car.
You lying.
She said he had parents that made sure that he was okay. You know, he talked about his mom and his daddy a lot, you know, and everything. But she said he ain't never lived in his car. But you know what? All these jobs he got, he gonna wish he had never had all these jobs. Because like you said, Sharrell, and you could drop me after this, when Marjorie's daughter marry that damn billionaire because she gonna get him one.
She gonna get her
They
one.
grooming her. She gonna get him one.
Yep.
Marjorie gonna drop Steve like a hot damn potato and take him for every damn job he ever had. And if she do, I want him to write a book like that. Act like a dummy, be a dummy. You dummy. I'm like Fred Sanford. You're a big dummy.
Hold on,
Queen,
Dina. Queen is itching to talk to you. Go ahead, Queen.
I'm gonna say it. Don't beat me up. Why y'all women act like angry black women hating on these
no, she didn't.
I'm sorry, honey. This is you might. I can see how you would take that, Queen. It ain't that we angry, it's that we pissed. You know, because it's always got to be one little bald-headed, big lip, big nose, non-comedy ass. He ain't no damn king of comedy. The king of comedy is deceased now, and that was Bernie Mac. He was the king of comedy. It's always one like him. Always want to go down for the count. Hush.
Now, we're talking about the clean Freemason King Harvey. He's too fine to be talked about without a glass of wine.
Who's fine?
What? You say fine?
Girl, no.
Queen, I love your background. I love that bed. I love that post.
But
Baby,
Queen
I
ain't got
love it.
She ain't got to worry about it too much. Like you said, when Lori meet that billionaire,
that's right.
Steve's gonna be free for Queen.
That's right. He gonna be free for you, Queen.
Yeah.
He gonna be broke, Queen. You gonna have to make him a king again.
That ain't happening. Don't hate on the royal couple. I consider Steve Harvey and Margie like Queen Elizabeth and her husband. They're the royalty of blackness.
No, you mean like Meghan and Harry. That's who they are. Meghan and Harry. They've been dethroned. That's what happened.
Sharrell is the royalty of the internet. They be hating on her pretty
I
stuff.
swear they do, don't they, Queen? But listen, I'm going to go because I get hoarse when I talk too long. And I'll talk to you, Sharrell. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Get better,
you take care.
Nina.
You
Get
take
better.
care.
All right, bye, y'all.
Thanks for
Nice to
calling.
meet you, Queen.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm going to dip off too.
Okay, you're gonna jump off.
Unless y'all want me to start.
Oh, no, you're good. You good.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Thank you for calling in. I don't know what to do with you, but I like to talk to you. I don't do with you. But anyway, thank you, Queen. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
All right, darling.
Take care.
Is it Kriya?
Yes.
Sound off. What do you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about Tory Lanez and his daddy. You know,
did you hear about him going off on Nick at Night?
No, I didn't hear about that. But I was like, you know, after Tory was found guilty and his father went outside on that rant, I'm trying to figure out what was that all about when he knew his son was guilty from the start.
Harry, you know, when I can't answer a question, I'm gonna throw it to you.
Well, you know what? Just like I said, people try to protect their kids too much, where they can see their kid doing wrong. But if he wasn't around these people, he would have never did this, right? So they want to shift the blame off their kids and put it on. I think he put it on Jay-Z, right?
Jay-Z and some of everybody.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, I think people try to deflect and act like, you know, it's not that my kid was wrong. These people are coming after my kid.
But the whole, I didn't understand the whole speech. So I was so confused. I kind of really didn't know what he was talking about. So I was trying to figure out what was that all about. I mean, I didn't understand what he was talking about.
He was trying to give motive. If I remember right, he was trying to give motive to why Jay-Z. They was mad because his kid didn't sign with Jay-Z, and this is their formal way of getting him back, as if they set him up, as if they.
I get it now.
They gave him the piece, and they made him aim at her foot.
Oh, okay, I got it now. But did you see the pictures on TMZ?
Yeah.
Oh, the gunshot.
Yeah, and the X-rays of her feet. I was like, now that was just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And Kriya, during this whole time, he's never acting serious. Not even acting like he's sorry or just. He comes to the court in a damn pink ass suit.
Mm-hmm.
I think when he was paying those people off, he honestly thought he was going to pay his way out of this.
I think so too.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, go ahead.
No, I really think he was paying people off too. Do you, Perry? He had to.
Of course.
He had to.
Look. They didn't bring up this money and all this stuff for no reason. he thought he had it and he was gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
And typically, when this happened, it ain't the first time you don't pay somebody and got out of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it becomes a habit after a while, and you think your money will buy your freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that whole rant with his daddy was weird, and I just didn't understand it. You knew your child was guilty, and you just made y'all look real crazy.
Yeah.
After-
You're right about that. Crazier. Anyway, thank you, Kriya, for calling in. I love your name.
Thank you, welcome, Sharrell. I
Take
love
care.
you guys.
All right.
All right, you take care.
Bye. Anyway, so let's take a couple comments and then we're out.
Okay.
Not much going on today. Narcissistic personality. Maybe that's why he act like that.
Yeah.
Huh, Perry?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I really agree. Somebody, y'all is a mess. I can't put on. His reputation didn't help any. It really didn't.
Nope.
I mean, the whole August Alsina thing, never mind. One more and then we're out. Somebody said Queen was been drinking. Yes, he did, and still does, and that's why the mugshot smile. The mugshot smile is just disrespectful and childish. Childish. I would hope that
It's all to act unfazed.
Well,
because in the streets, that's a tough way a man would go to jail. But behind that smile is a scared little boy.
Ooh, Perry, you're doing good today. You said he smiled on the outside, but on the inside, he's a scared little boy.
Okay.
Perryisms. We're gonna have to get t-shirts. On the outside, I might smile, but inside, I'm a scared little boy. Because it's really true. That's what is going on here. Anyway, guys, so like I said, another quiet day, not too much going on, but the Steve Harvey thing is real serious to me because he goes around telling people how to change their lives.
Mm-hmm. And how to be a family man. How to be a family man.
How to be a family man.
Speak about
Hold on,
life.
Bonji done jumped on back here real quick. Hey, Bonji,
What's up, Bonji?
Ready to go. Sound off.
Okay, so I've been waiting for somebody to bring up Steve Harvey because this man, if you go back and read and research, Steve Harvey is not even a very good comedian.
Oh, Bonji!
on the Kings of Comedy, he was actually brought on as like the MC to bridge between the guys. Because whenever, I think some of their first shows, if I remember correctly, people were not laughing when he was trying to do his comedy. And so they decided, if you look at the movie, which of course is edited, he is in there just as someone who's bridging and announcing the other guys, who in my opinion were more funny than he ever will be. Secondly, this man will take $1 from anybody. Did you see him on what was I watching? I think he was either on CBS or I saw a clip of him on Sherry's show. Now he is hawking some weight loss type thing that it seems to be everywhere because Marjorie announced that Steve had some type of challenges. So he's pumping iron and doing all that stuff. And how can a person who's been married 3 times give women advice to think like a man? That was one of the dumbest things that I had heard. You haven't gone to school to study anything. I don't know what his initial degree is in, but I doubt it's in psychology.
Damn.
But because he was signed and given so much money, that man rode that and continues to give women advice when he has no business giving anybody. Take care of your own children and your own house before you give me advice.
Wait, hold on, Bonji. Come on. Steve Harvey is funny. Can we give him that? He is funny.
No, I don't find him funny because whenever he's funny, I know someone has written it for him.
Oh my God. What about this, Bonji? You could give advice to people even if you don't take the advice for yourself.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard, Sharrell, because why would you not take advice for yourself? Because if you think what you're telling me is going to make my life better, why aren't you doing it? And why should a man be telling women on how to live their lives and how to date and how to act and be submissive?
Come
and
on,
do
Bonji.
this? Treat him right.
Some of the things that he says make sense, but it doesn't mean that his life ain't messed up. Some people can give you good advice. I could say, don't do drugs, it's bad. I had an uncle said, don't drink this here, don't be like me, and he's drinking anyway. People
Yeah,
can
but
give
your
advice.
uncle's not getting money from it.
Damn. Okay. Sin, sound off. She's
Woo!
right.
Hey, Bonji. Hey, Perry. Hey, Sharrell.
What's up?
Hey, how you
Okay,
doing?
I'm good. Steve Harvey's been married 3 times, okay? Those twin girls is from his first wife. He's got twin girls and a son with that first wife. With the second wife, he got Winston, right?
Right.
Well, Marjorie wrote that book, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman. She won gold digger.
Y'all are dogging Steve. You think Marjorie helped him with the book?
Come on, Sharrell, now. Think about it. Think about it.
This is what
She wrote that book.
This is what bothers me the most about Steve Harvey is you can't fuck people over,
Right.
his children.
Woo.
And
Say it,
I know
girl.
I couldn't think of another word. I had to say it. You can't fuck people over, but then when you want love or you want somebody in your corner, then you expect them to be there for you. So what I'm telling you right now, Steve, is you're making your bed, and when the times come, you're gonna have to lie in it.
Right.
You
Yeah,
can't
because,
treat
you know,
people any old kind of
you-
way.
How you gonna adopt some grown ass kids of Marjorie's? You know, them two. You know, she got 3 kids, right?
Yeah.
And the first 2 about a dope dealer.
Yeah.
And Marjorie,
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah. Huh?
I was about to say that because he tells his story and then goes on Instagram and Twitter and shows them walking in and out of hotels in France, doing this and that. But what he doesn't tell us is how she became Marjorie when that man had to push those things for her, and she's the one who's walking out here free while he's in the clink.
Because she was the kingpin.
Yes.
She was the brains of all
operation.
Well,
she
let me
was
say
the
this.
brains of the operation.
Because I always got to play devil's advocate and tell both sides. Is it a chance that Marjorie changed? I don't think she did, but it's a question.
You can't change no hoe into no housewife.
Oh my God. Mika, can you hear me? Mika, you there? You're on mute. You're on mute. G, can you hear me?
Hi, Sharrell.
Hey.
Okay, Mika, let's start with you. Is Steve Harvey trying to turn a hoe into a housewife? Those aren't my words, but you might as well.
He did that. He definitely did that. He turned her into a household name. As Queen said, she's royalty, and I have to disagree because the only royalty I recognize as Black royalty is Michelle and Barack. I don't know what she's talking about. But no, it worked out for him, and like the lady said, she wrote that book because it worked out exactly. She thought like a man,
and she act like a lady.
And she got the biggest simp in Hollywood.
Damn. Smooth, can you hear me? Is Steve Harvey stupid?
You said what now?
Is Steve Harvey stupid?
Well, I gotta know his case. Like, so the girl Marjorie, how many kids did she have before he dealt with her?
2.
Was they different baby daddies? Or?
No, they're from the drug dealer.
Yeah. And, what's her name is from her dad. Laura's dad is still locked up, but he said the first 2 kids' daddy said that he was still in contact with Marjorie when he got out of prison, and he got out of prison because supposedly Steve Harvey had Barack Obama to I guess pardon him out.
Wait,
I remember that.
Yeah, and
wait,
so
what
he
did
said
say Barack Obama pardoned the first husband?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
parting them out. Then check this out. He was still able to call Marjorie every now and then and talk to Marjorie, right? He said next thing he knew the number been changed.
Well, she clearly is about her money. I mean, Smooth, is she about her money? I mean, come on.
That's Steve money.
That's Steve's money. But that's her money now. Can you hear me,
Yep.
Smooth? You're on mute. You're on mute.
And Sharrell, he said it himself on his show very often that he works so hard because his wife shops a lot. He used to say it all the time.
He did say that. I mean, but look, Steve Harvey is falling for the oldest trick in the book. I believe sincerely, eventually she's gonna go. And she's gonna take her money with him. And he's already an older man. Is he late 60s?
Yeah, she's the same as I am. She's 58. And the sad part about it is, you know, they live in Tyler Perry's old house.
Marjorie, when Steve is old and decrepit, she's on to the next highest bidder. Lady Heroin will be gone.
So somebody in the chat said Marjorie had 3 kids. So he adopted.
She has 3 and Steve got 4.
I know. I mean, but did Steve adopt just Lori, or did he adopt?
No, all 3 of them.
No, he adopted all of them. That's why I say, how you gonna adopt 2 grown ass kids? Both of them was married.
I don't know what it is, and maybe I'm wrong. But you know, people say, listen, if he happy with her, then you know, what's the big deal? Why are we hating on Steve? It's just something about Steve Harvey I don't like. I think he did his kids wrong. I think he did his ex-wives wrong. I feel like he's a narcissist. Doesn't mean he don't give good advice, but you don't live by that advice that you give.
No, you don't.
And I just can't stand him.
He put Cynthia and Mike together. We know how that ended.
Exactly.
But do anybody? Okay. Before Marjorie, do anybody know the relationship between Steve and his other kids?
Yeah, that was real good because he used to brag about the girls, the twins, and everything.
Oh, wow.
Especially
and one of them got married and had a baby.
They got married. Yep, that wedding. He paid for that wedding.
Yeah.
He had paid for one of
and then the son-in-law was doing business stuff on his show.
Yep, and then to make a long story short, Steve Harvey by law only has 1 grandchild, and that's one of the twins' son. So. And then when that baby was born, he was like, "Oh, my food, mom." He called him Sumo wrestler because he was so fat.
And you also call him Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha. Yeah.
But look, in the meantime, we're gonna pray. So people ain't calling us bitter. We're gonna pray that his family finds some kind of healing. But I'm
gonna pray for the kids.
Yeah, but you going around spoiling what's her name? Lori is
Lori.
That's not helping. It's
the whole daughter.
They did so many interviews, it wasn't even funny. And to make matters worse, I still think about her the same that I think about her.
She's still a little undercover. A hoe. Her mama taught her to be a young gold digger. This is what you got to do.
Marjorie has taught Lori Harvey very well.
Very well.
And
but
someone
at the end of the day,
model.
At the end of the day, I mean, you can't really be mad at Marjorie. she
you're right. No, Mika, you're right. You're right. Why am I mad at Steve when he can always say no? He has a mind. He can do make a different choice.
Right.
And so I'm not mad at Steve.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out there.
He upgraded his lifestyle. So I guess the other 2 wives didn't fit the bill aesthetically. So he went
change
for
his image.
You know, the pretty one, the light eye, the green eyes, the lighter skin, you know, the whole colorism thing. But
you got bamboozled.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I hope it works out. But the same way you get them, be the same way you lose them.
Right. I think that if Steve was younger, he'd be cheating on Marjorie by now. But he's too old now. Like he too old. But Marjorie, on the other hand, we don't know. I don't know.
Don't nobody want him. But you know what? When he got with Marjorie, he was still married to Winter Mama.
Yeah, he's a cheater. That's why I said he's a cheater.
And the way And the way that custody went down,
I live in
and how heartbroken Winston's mom was giving interviews. For me, it was like the Dwayne Wade situation, where your child is snatched from you. And Winston, I don't know if he even visits with mom.
I don't know that either. But I did see those same interviews. She was devastated. She
Oh
was
my God, that was heartbreaking.
Wasn't that his wife Mary? I think like he destroyed her. Like he destroyed her in the media. Like he shut her up real quick. And that lady, she was distraught because she was saying basically Marjorie was the reason that they got divorced because he was cheating on her with Marjorie.
Damn.
And he wanted her silenced.
Chaos. He's bringing mass chaos into these people's situation. But you're an adult. Divorces happen. My main concern is the relationship with his children, and they're not speaking. They're not speaking to Lori. That's a very hostile environment. When she come in her, you be like,
Like, because Steve Harvey paying that $10,000 a month rent.
He's spoiling her, all right. But anyway,
where does she model? What campaign has Lori Harvey been in?
People are saying she's a model. I'm not going to say it's not true. I'm just going to say I never seen her modeling. If she is a model, she's not like a well-known model. That's as far as I'm going to go with it.
Maybe on Instagram.
She's a model.
Bonji called her an Instagram model.
Well, I mean, with models, a lot of people could say that, right? I mean, you can be a backyard model, 7-Eleven model, Instagram
gold digger model,
OnlyFans model. I mean, it's a lot of shit you can be.
Yeah.
And you just put the model behind it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Because technically, Sharrell, when Steve Harvey filed for a divorce supposedly from Mary, well, Marjorie and Steve got married in Hawaii because technically they're still married.
Say that again.
And Marjorie signed the divorce papers, but what the contempt was is that you can't have an attorney supposedly represent you and your ex-husband to be.
Oh, it was messy. We all agree with that. It was messy, but I mean, it is what it is. But like I said before, what I'm concerned about is the family. Some people's families can blend and everything will be okay, and then some don't. And
right.
I would say more than not. Perry, do you say a lot of people blend those families well? It's a big problem.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
It's
I mean,
hard.
you got a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then on one side you got joy, and on the other side you got pain and hurt.
Oh yeah,
the family that they left. You see what I'm saying? So it's already coming in on a bad start, but shit happens.
And when
like they say, when you get married, you that wife come first, and who that wife gonna put first? A daughter.
Yeah, but see, I'm just saying, people say that shit, but I ain't gonna never let no other woman in front of my kid. I don't give a damn.
I know that's right, Perry. Me neither.
Yeah, but a lot of people, Perry, are saying, but the children are grown. I don't think that makes a difference.
No, because Steve ain't really been in them kids' life like he's supposed to be in the first place. And then when he got big, he started bringing them around.
Okay,
but you can't. Grown. I'm sorry, but everybody is saying they're grown, but they still have feelings.
Yeah,
and you don't know what took place.
Exactly.
You don't know what took place when they were being, when they were coming up. You don't know what type of father Steve Harvey was before he became Steve Harvey. So they may still be harboring feelings from when things happened, maybe when they were younger. Now that they're adults and their father is famous, he is who he is. And now to see you have a new wife, you done came in, she done brought her kids in, you done adopted these kids, you done made Lori Harvey famous, but you don't really see the other daughters and children on the forefront like he puts Lori out there. It's mind-boggling. I don't understand it. But you know what? It is what it is. I come from like a blended background. My mom and my stepdad, but he raised me. That's my father. But he, had other children. My mother had me and my sisters. But the thing is, you have to treat everybody fairly, just like we were talking about Nick and Mariah yesterday. You can have the other children, But when they're in your presence, you have to treat them fairly. You shouldn't make one feel like they're better than the other. And I think that's the problem that's going on within that Harvey family dynamic. And it's sad to see. Mr. gives all this advice, but then your family is having all these internal problems. It's crazy.
Now let me tell the other side of the coin, because there are some Steve Harvey fans, people in the chat, and they are losing their mind by the things that we're saying. So the other flip of the coin, some people might think, listen, people don't intentionally hurt their families. Okay. Blending a family together is not easy. Nobody's perfect at it. And I bet you he loves those kids just as much as he loves Marjorie's kids. That's what some people are saying.
He just can't show it.
Yeah. No, let's be serious. I'm trying to present the other side. And Steve Harvey's happy, and that's all that matters. That's what the other side is saying. But I don't feel that way. And how can you be happy and your kids ain't?
Right.
Okay, now say this. Say for instance, when Steve Harvey get old and feeble, Marjorie gonna leave him. You think Lori gonna wipe his tail?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Thank you. You got 2 sons, and you better get right with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In all this is speculation. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's a mess.
What we know for sure, Sharrell, is that she came with Glam Squad. Those Steve Harvey were out, and a slimmer fit was in, and the next thing he was getting more gigs, and the money was just piling up. That's what we know. He looked into those green eyes and got bamboozled by
All right, and Bonji, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for calling in. It's a touchy
Thanks, ladies.
Thank
you guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. It's a touchy subject, but that's what's going on, and it is what it is. Are we right? We don't know. Is the other side right? We don't know, because nobody knows how it's going to turn out. But I definitely wouldn't make the same decisions that he's making. Not at all. If my kids ain't happy, I'm not happy. But a lot of people don't think like me and Perry. Like, we put our kids first.
Well,
if we thought one of them resented us or had a problem, we're sitting down, we're talking. We even go to therapy if you have to. Family comes first. But, it is what it is. Anyway, okay, you guys, please don't forget to click that like button on the way out. If you didn't get a chance to leave your opinion, please leave it in the comments section, because I see there's 2 strong sides going on here. People are strong in their beliefs. So, and who knows who's right? I don't know, but I can't get over how I feel about Steve Harvey. I just can't. Okay, you guys, want to thank everyone for the super chat. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Please don't forget to click that like button on the way out. It really helps my video. We'll see you guys tomorrow on 3. Perry, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Everybody.